Hello, welcome to the Millionaire Woman Show, where we'll be discussing leadership, business, and human potential, inspiring you to live rich from the inside out. Unlock your creativity, stretch out of your comfort zone, break through your barriers, take inspired action, and achieve epic results. Now, here's your host, two-time best-selling author, speaker, and certified executive coach, Debra Kasowski.
Well, hello there, everyone. It's Debra Kasowski here with another episode of the Millionaire Woman Show. So glad you could join us today. And today we are talking about building extraordinary relationships. Building a business is about building rock-solid relationships with people. I find that many people take this for granted. Some just choose to focus on a sale, a transaction, but that's not what business is all about. I see people at networking events, they're socializing with the same crowds over and over. Are you there to get social or to build relationships? Yes, you can be social and build relationships at the same time. But you must be intentional about building those relationships with the right people. The very thought of networking can make some people just cringe. They find networking to be superficial, with practiced elevator speeches, or people who have an agenda of putting out the most business cards. And some people, they consider themselves introverted and find the networking experience just suffocating. They insist, these people who hand out their cards, they're insisting that you need to have their card, but you notice they don't ask anything about you. Don't let your experience with these individuals blanket all networking events. Networking comes in a variety of forms, from formal networking events, social events like golf tournaments, charity functions, galas, to conferences and one-on-one connections at the bank, the grocery store, your kid's sporting event, or even at the gym. You have opportunities to build meaningful relationships wherever you go. The only thing is, you need to know is who you want to meet and what creates an extraordinary relationship to you. Take a moment to jot some ideas down, or at least think about them right now as to what those relationships look like to you. Here's the thing. We're going to start with knowing your people. If you were to profile your ideal client, here are some questions I want you to consider. How old are they? What do they do? How much money do they have? What do they do for work? What do they do for fun? What books do they read? Where do they hang out? If you don't know, ask them. Remember, birds of a feather flock together. Define your who. Who are you serving? The key word is serving. You are not there to serve yourself. Here's the next thing. Go where your people are. You should not be going to any and every networking event possible. Networking is about meeting the right leads and getting at the right places. You need to network with intention of meeting your 1 to 2 potential ideal clients. It is a competition, and it's not a competition to hand out the most cards. Tacky. Those cards are the ones that usually hit the wastebasket. Get to know your people. The object of intentional networking is to build rapport and connection. Ask questions and then listen. If you listen long enough, they're going to tell you what they're struggling with, their pain point. You create that know, like, and trust factor. The more a person gets to know you, like, and trust you, the more likely they are to do business with you or refer you to others. Get to know them as a person, not a slot machine at a casino that you just hit the jackpot. Discover more about their family, their occupation, their business, recreation, their motivation. What excites them about what you do? During the conversation, uncover what their core values are. Do they match yours? Determine whether or not they're even the right fit for you. When you do business with others, you are working in partnership to help achieve a goal. Here's the other thing. You want to serve your people. Learn what their needs are and how you can serve them. If you can't serve them, connect them with people who can. And even if you don't do business with them, referrals are a great way to fill your pipeline, aren't they? When you work in a service, exceed expectations and give them something to talk about. Be the person who follows through on commitments. Not everyone seems to do this, even though we think that they do. It seems like it's common sense, but you're going to learn that common sense really isn't that common. When you do this, your credibility will soar. And by giving them something to talk about, others will want to have the same experience that they've had with you. Zig Ziglar has been famously quoted for, "You will get all you want in your life if you help other people get what they want." Really think about that. How many people have you helped in the past couple weeks? And if you haven't, what are you going to go do differently now that you have this information and moving forward? So here's the other thing with building those extraordinary relationships. You want to nurture your people as well. Remember, building extraordinary relationships takes time to build long-lasting relationships. They're not one and done transaction. You want to build a relationship for life. Do not burn bridges. You never know when your paths may cross again. You never know who they know and how it can impact your future. Follow up with an update of what you are up to and learn the same from them. Is there a way that you can serve them? Build in a system of how often you follow up with your prospects or previous clients. Extraordinary relationships start with connection and conversation. A conversation that is based on common ground and genuine interest in the person you're speaking with. What do you have in common? Do you have similar interests or hobbies? Surprise them with a book or magazine that relates to your last conversation. Send them a gratitude card saying something specific about how your last conversation with them has impacted you. You get back what you put into the relationship. Let the meeting that you have be a memorable experience. So I hope that you're writing down some of these nuggets about building those extraordinary relationships. Other things that you can think of as if you have tickets to a conference or a speaker, bring your best client along or someone you've met. Get to know them in the process. Building relationships takes time. And sometimes those relationships don't start until you ask, have a conversation, but make sure you're listening to them. So many people where I find where they lose out on building those relationships, they talk so much about themselves and what they do and what they have to offer, they never take time to build the dialogue. The dialogue is two people sharing and having an equal exchange of what is going on in each other's world. Building extraordinary relationships makes both people feel valued. It's a win-win situation. Thank you for listening to the Millionaire Woman Show. Again, I would love for you to go over, give us a 5-star high five on iTunes, write us a review, and also share this podcast with your friends, especially the ones who might be the ones handing out those business cards like blackjack. Stop the madness. And I'd love for you to go sign up for the 21 Habits High Achievers Kick to Achieve Success on my website at www.debrakasowski.com. As Muhammad Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world and make today great. Have a wonderful day, everyone.